crisis mode management. I call this bumper car management. This is how we mostly run our life. We do first, we manage second, we communicate third, and if we have time, maybe we plan and set goals. I call it bumper car management because we go off in one direction, another car hits us, boom, we're off in another direction, we're off in another direction, we're off in another direction, we're off in another direction. But we're doing it. I mean, we're making good speed. We're going around in circles, we're bumping into each other, but we're making great speed. This, unfortunately, is how most of us live our lives and run our businesses. We're out there doing it. And as long as we're doing it, we're thinking, man, I'm making progress. Doing it. Stop for a moment. Stop for an hour a week. Stop for 2 hours a week. Close your doors and think about, where do I want to be a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? What are the most critical challenges that you face in your world that prevent you from working on your high payoff activities? Here's a list of them. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on them. However, this list really breaks down into two major categories. Interruptions by other people, interruptions coming into our office, and distractions. We live in a society that's driven to distraction. I mean, we've got everybody trying to distract us and get us on their goals program. We want to be on our goals program, so we better be really, really clear on what our goals program is so we can say yes to that and no to everybody else's goals program. Because the distractions, the shiny things get in our way. And I mean, they're in every business, right? I usually do results management meeting with my clients once a month. They have to come in. We set the goals, we set the strategy. Okay, month one, you know, it's February 10th, we're reviewing January. What happened? In a month, what happened? You know, it's like the train derailed, blew up and exploded, and then the track is melted now. We've got to start over. Because shiny things. Oh, this was our strategy. This is where we were going to go, but now we decided to do this. How many of you have meetings in companies or have been in companies where they have endless meetings and nothing gets accomplished? Yeah. It's like everybody likes to hear themselves talk. Nobody's held accountable for anything. Nobody's got any goals. Everybody walks out, and the same thing happens over and it's like, haven't we talked about this for the last 87 weeks in a row? I mean, are we going to like move, go, stop, do, whatever? So that's where the time wasters break down. I just gave you a little cheat sheet. You can figure out your own emails. You got constant incoming, right? If you're checking your emails every 30 seconds, you're probably not going to reach your goals. You need to do it once a day or twice a day. Now you need to communicate with everybody on your team that that's what you're doing. You don't want to like go from answering emails every 30 seconds today to like stop answering them tomorrow. You got to let people know they're not a high priority. I mean, they're a priority. But in the realm of things, this is how I'm going to answer them, when I'm going to answer them, and just get into that bucket once or twice a day. You got to do what works for you, okay? But the more you can get rid of the distractions, the more you can get rid of the incoming from taking you away from your goals program, the more powerful life you're going to live, the more confidence you're going to have. How do we perform when we're confident? Yeah, awesome, absolutely, thank you. We do, we perform awesome. We can't be confident in the overwhelm mode. Oh my God, I've got to figure out social media and write my book and do this and do that, and I got 500 things on the list, I don't even know where to start, and I just play roulette priorities. Whoo, spin the wheel priorities, you know, roll the dice priorities. Man, you've got to get it down. You got to get down with the goals. You got to get it so laser beam focused that you can say, hey, I'm not going to do that. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these three things. I'm going to do them the best that anybody in the world can do. Anybody read Malcolm Gladwell, Outliers? Yeah, how many hours to be the best? 10,000, right? So we're wasting time to putting out fires, doing all this other stuff, all these time wasters, right? Instead of working and spending hours to be the best in the world. Again, Marcus Buckingham says, entrepreneurs are not jacks of all trades. They are only good at one or two things, and that's what they should do best. I asked a client, CEO asked me one time, he has himself and 3 other managers on his team. He said, did I make these managers like me? I mean, because they're all like yes men. They all just like, yeah, right? Great idea. This guy's a big visionary, great ideas, great vision. I said, no, we laid out 3 achiever assessments. I said, you hired every one of them like you. You looked in a mirror, you found the people that look just like you, and you hired them. Well, there's no diversity. Nobody's pushing back. Nobody's saying, how are we going to execute? This guy's a big vision guy, right? Big 30,000 foot picture guy. So that's what you got to look at every single day. Do I have the right people on the team? Do I have the people that are skeptical in a positive sense, skeptical, not naysayers, different than naysayers and negative people, but people saying, wait a minute, how are we going to, last year we did $1 million, this year you want to do 17 million, we're not going to expand our sales force, how are we going to do that? You might be able to do it, I'm not saying you can't, but you need to think those through if you're going to execute with excellence.